today we got things are getting worse for Johnny Somalian in Korean jail. All right, this is a different one because this is a live stream, so it isn't a video. But I've been really keeping up on the Johnny Somali thing a little bit, and honestly, he's a nuisance, and I want him to be in jail. Right? Shout out to atozy for the video. He makes great videos. He will be in the link in the description. Hit the link, follow up on all the socials, like the video. Sub over here, and let's get into this.
Back, guys. As you guys know, Johnny Smiley's trial was today, at least in South Korea time, or technically it's today in US time because it's 2 in the morning here in Eastern time, but it was today in South Korea, and South Korea's in the future. So things happened. And if you don't know, obviously, you know, Johnny Smiley, he's the guy who first went to Japan, got in a whole bunch of trouble, fled Japan, went to Thailand, continued making trouble there, and then decided to go back to Japan. That was a bad mistake. And of course, you know, we all saw he got arrested and so on. He spent 3 months in jail in Japan. Promised the judge he was never going to act out like this. He was going to quit streaming. He was going to go back to university and just focus on being a good student. But no, that didn't last for too long because he then started the whole South Korea arc. And as you guys know, we've been covering this South Korean arc of his quite extensively here on this channel. And that has led us to where we are today. More than what? He started this arc in South Korea in like 2024, I think. Yes, 2024 is when this whole South Korea arc for him started. And now we're at what? We're in 2026. And he just had his first appeal trial. So
loser. I mean, why appeal? What? I'd be like, appeal this. How am I gonna appeal a paper that's ripped into shreds, my guy? That's what I would want. Lift up the shredder. How am I gonna appeal this? It's in the shredder, guy. I wouldn't appeal nothing of his. I'm gonna appeal it and actually give you 15 more sentences. And that's gonna do what, about 3 years each. So good luck. Honestly, if they repeal it and they start like they give them 5 to 10 years, honestly, that might make my day today.
Today we're joined by Gabe once again, aka Culture Brat, and he was actually here. He was at the trial, and he's gonna let us know exactly what happened at the trial. What's up, dude? How you doing, Gabe?
Hey, good. How you doing?
Good. Thank you so much for taking your time once again to come on the channel.
For sure.
How was the trial today? What was different from the normal stuff?
What was different, Gabe?
It was very quick. It was very rapid pace. Excellent interpreter, and she also spoke very fast. And there were none of those pauses. You know, those quiet lulls that would happen in the court sometimes.
Yeah.
Remember that? So there was none of that. It was super quick, 7 minutes total. Very compact. Both sides presented their arguments, Johnny for leniency and the prosecution for a higher sentence. And they presented those arguments. Johnny made his another final statement, and the judge announced the date of the verdict. So this went way faster than we expected. Like today went way faster, and the trials went way faster because it's going to end on the 25th, whereas we expected this to go past the 6 months.
Yeah, that is crazy to me. That's all.
Yeah, they're like, dude, this is retard. Hell no. Lock him up. Nah, I feel you. South Korean judges there. If you want some type of something, lock him up. What does an American think about this? I have one. Lock him up for life. No, I'm kidding. That might be a little harsh, but I don't know. Give him 20 years. Maybe make him like a circus, a circus animal. So like if you need him to do something on public TV or something, like make him start picking up trash, start cleaning things like on public, and start posting him and trolling him. I mean, trolls hate to be trolled, bro.
All over in what 2 weeks? Would you say that's a? What do you think that leans, or do you think it being a very fast trial means that it's going to lean any way for the sentencing for him? Will it be a harsher or lighter sentencing due to how short the trial is? What are your thoughts there?
Regarding the sentencing, I don't think it means anything, but what it does mean is that the judges, first of all, have look at this case as being very simple, very clear cut. Like the answer is not in serious dispute, even though you have two sides, right? That are claiming different things, and the most obvious disagreement is the prosecution claims that he benefited financially from his crimes, whereas he claims that he didn't. Right? So you have that dispute, but what this means.
I streamed on Kick, but didn't do anything for financial gain. Okay. So did you clip him up after and no? Oh, okay.
Is that the judges, first of all, look at this case and they say, this is not in dispute for us. So that means they already have an opinion. And what that means is that there's evidence one way or the other.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's obviously going to be the fact of the matter that probably he was like, for 30 subs, would you do this? And he did it. Retard, my guy. Like, how are you this dumb? I didn't do it for anything, but if you look through his videos and his live stream, I'll do this for 30 subs. It literally you just told on yourself. I guarantee he probably has some clips out there.
And it's a panel of 3 judges, and you never have the same judge at an appeal, because why would they overturn their own decision, right?
Right, that makes sense.
So we have Bon. What's his name?
Is it the same type of courtroom, or is it a larger courtroom?
It's the exact same courtroom.
Really? Okay, so you just have 3 judges up on the panel instead.
Exactly. So you might have noticed that even though there was only 1 judge, there are 3 chairs up there, and that's for the appeal trials. And so the presiding judge is Ban Jang-woo, who is from Daegu, by the way. And Daegu people, I used to live in Daegu. Daegu people you don't mess with them.
Interesting.
So he's sort of middle-aged guy, and there are 2 younger judges to his left and his right. A woman and a male judge.
Interesting. And the prosecutor here, they just went up and said 1 sentence, which is essentially the defendant committed the crime on multiple counts in pursuit of financial profit, which the victims were not compensated for. Therefore, this appeal is filed on the grounds of unfair sentence, and the prosecution requests that the court dismiss the appeal by the defendant and impose the same sentence as requested in the first trial by the prosecution, which is 3 years. That's essentially what the prosecutor's side is here.
That's word for word what the prosecutor said. Obviously, they could have said a lot more. There's a lot you can say. You can talk about the fact that
it doesn't need to be this. Like, if you have real, because dude, America, they might do this, but that's in a different state. Like, people don't get affected by that. Like, bro, even in the people in the same state won't even get affected by that. But you go into smaller places like that, and I guess because America has touristy places, but dude, you go do this type of crap in New York, bro. It's only gonna affect the famous part of New York. It's not gonna affect upper state New York, right? It's not going to. So it's very odd. When it comes to this stuff, how this stuff works in, I guess, foreign countries, but stuff like that, bro. It's if they got this big area that is their money capture, they a touristy spot, he's going off doing these bad things. Yeah, that's gonna affect that whole place, because it's a smaller place. How big is South Korea compared to North Korea, but compared to North America?
Travel ban argument is not a mitigating factor, things like that. But I think this is actually excellent, because what they're saying is these are not individual crimes in a vacuum. They might be not so serious on their own, but as a whole, as it counts as a habitual crime, which is much more punishable. So this was part of a spree, and then more aggravating than that is that he did it for financial gain. So those are 2. Excellent. If I had to pick the first 2,
North America, United States of America.
Those are the first 2 I would pick. And then the third one is there has been no victim recovery or no victim restitution. of any kind. So he made all this money, but he has not used any of it to make any sort of uh, settlement with the
Restitution
victims.
or settlement. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sorry, let me tell you.
So
that's a 3-point argument, and you could add more, but I think that this prosecutor nailed the top 3.
interesting. See, I was expecting there to be like new witnesses brought up and then essentially a whole new trial.
They don't need all that. If you record your whole thing, they don't need to do all that. They don't need to do all that.
Being ran in front of the 3 new judges. But I guess they're not going for that.
I was too, and I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this about that.
Mm-hmm.
I expected that too because I've seen cases.
Yeah, the United States, it says on this is 9,761% larger than South Korea. That's why you don't need all this evidence. Like, dude, this probably affected someone they knew and stuff. Like, because South Korea's not saying it's the smallest state in the world, but it's smaller if they're in that area. Like, they don't need to know. They don't need, bro. They see this on live stream. If he's in a famous part of town, I mean, yeah, you don't need to do all that, bro. They're like, yeah, he's guilty.
With similar complexity.
Right.
And they tend to, and in fact, I saw one that lasted over a year, an appeal trial that lasted over a year, with similar complexity. And
did he live stream it?
So that's why I expected to see this. But I'll tell you what, the case that I'm talking about that lasted a very long time and had witnesses, the defendant won.
Really?
So that what that meant is that they were taking seriously the defendant's side and they wanted to see all the evidence. So this means that the judges are already leaning one way or the other. It means they have sufficient evidence. They don't need to see more. I remember in court when when one of the 3 judges kept saying, "We need to hear from this witness. We need to hear from this witness," and the witness, kept doing no shows, but she really wanted to hear from this witness before making a decision. These judges don't feel they need to see more before making their decision.
Yeah, because he live streamed the whole thing. It's like they don't need to see him or hear him. They already saw his action. Like with live stream, everything you do is action. It's like if I at 7 minutes and 53 seconds did not drink a cup of or drink anything in the video. What do you mean? No, I did not, defense. I did not just drink anything out of a cup at 7 minutes and 53 minutes into an atozy video. It's like you don't gotta do that, or you don't even gotta hear it because the evidence literally shows otherwise. Like I literally just did it. Like that's what I basically try to be. Like they don't gotta see him or hear him because if you do it on camera or you do it on live stream, that's literally you. Like, thank you.
And neither side has protested that. Either side can protest that. And the prosecution did not protest that. They did not say, no, we insist on witnesses. So this means that the prosecution is satisfied.
They don't need witness if the camera is the witness. If the head witness of every side was the camera, they don't need a witness. The camera witness everything. The live stream witness everything. The viewers witness everything. The person that recorded his thing and probably uploaded it witness it. When he uploaded on YouTube, whoever watched it witness it. Like they don't need witnesses if you do it on live stream. If you do it on a video, like they don't need a witness because it's on video. Like the camera is the witness. Whatever you filmed on that Samsung phone is a witness.
Satisfied with the state of things and what they've submitted, and if they wanted to call witnesses, they could.
Right.
I don't need to.
This time, is Johnny being represented by the same attorney that we've seen him the whole time? Or who's he being represented by now? Okay, he's on a public defender. And
Johnny, you using a public defender now? Johnny Somalian is using a public defender in North Korea jail. I'm not hating on him for using that, but get it together, my guy. You're gonna now. I'm like, if it's free like America, I guess, the quote unquote, they better charge him to use a public defender. Because if you're gonna be terrorizing South Korea and then now trying to use their resources and use a public defender, you're crazy. Defend yourself.
how did he show up to court?
Um, so they brought him in through the side door like they do other dependents, which you've seen
Mm-hmm.
happen, where they come out in their uniforms. He came
Mm-hmm.
out wearing a suit with a button-up shirt, no tie, and an inmate identification tag, like
Interesting.
right here, and it was yellow, which is also very interesting because the colors of the tags mean something. Like blue is drug crimes. There's a certain color for severe sex crimes. There's a color for death row. White
Mm-hmm.
is the standard, but he
Mm-hmm.
got yellow, which basically means um, look out for this guy because he might cause trouble.
Interesting. So he's
So
been
it means he
labeled as a
gets closed or
troublemaker
monitoring.
in the detention center,
Right,
and he's currently living in the detention center right now.
right.
And how do you think that is for him right now?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't imagine anybody likes being in prison, right? I
Right.
mean, it's a humane situation, but you don't have control over your life,
Right.
or your daily schedule, anything like that. It's the same five or six people in the same room all day, every day, and that gets old real fast. When a new person comes, great, there's new conversations, but there's only so much
Reddit's popping up. I don't want to hear that.
to talk about. That's why he's writing all these letters asking people to send him books and
Mm.
asking he wants people to send him letters, which I highly discourage anybody from doing. He wants his haters and critics to send letters, which is a very bad idea.
Interesting.
So he's bored out of his mind. He's deprived of social media. I think that might be the worst part for him. If he at least had his smartphone and his laptop, I think
Yeah,
he'd be
he'd be
happy,
chilling.
right?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like America, I guess. Like it's not too far off of it. I just don't know how the food is. It is different or not, but it's not too far off of it. It's not the worst I've seen. Like there's definitely worse. Alright. There's some third world countries you don't want to go, Jalen.
Yeah. Um, I think for him that's probably the worst part. But yeah, go to bed 9 p.m., 6:30 a.m., wake up every
Like
day.
I think Vitali had it worse jail wise. Vitali definitely had it worse. He was in a damn I don't know, that was terrible, dog. Whatever, he was in the Philippines show, he deserved it too, but that was terrible.
Every day you wake up to the exact same song.
Oh Lord.
You have to hear the
And
exact. It's like in Squid Game. They play the same music at wake up every day.
is it true that he has to sleep beside the toilet, or is that just like a myth?
That is true. More so at Seoul Detention Center as opposed to Nambu Detention Center. But
Okay.
at this point, he's been there for a while, and he's not. He may or may not be the new guy anymore. But
Interesting.
he could still be the new guy. But the new guy sleeps next to the toilet.
Wow.
The
Yeah.
new guy, what is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, don't go to South Korea and commit crimes. Just don't commit crimes in general. That's like the big takeaway from all this, especially not for social media
You
clout.
can do it in America, you just get bond out. Or no bond. Depends your judge. Depends the state.
Because clearly it is just not worth it. But here, you sent me a whole page of,
Unless you're in America and the UK. Or in Canada, God forbid.
I guess, what.
Anywhere but the West, right? You can do whatever you want. Not saying all the times, but how it looks. God, from watching body cams, like, yeah, people get arrested, but boy, man, some people will bond out immediately. They'll have their fifth charge, and now they assaulted 5 people. Now they're catching murder charges. Lock this guy up. He's a fucking psychopath.
Happened post sentencing. So I can't pull it up on stream right now, but I can read out everything that's here. So you have
Right.
victim Lee request for a copy of ruling. Who's that?
That's Youngman.
Okay, so Youngman, why would he want a copy of the ruling?
That means he's still interested in the case. And when it says victim Lee, that means his lawyer. That means his lawyer is still engaging with the case.
Okay, and because he's currently behind bars, right? So he actually doesn't
Right.
have access. Interesting. Right. Okay. And then convict's private lawyer request for copy of ruling. So
that would be that would be the previous lawyer that withdrew.
Okay. And then you have Johnny creating 3 drawings while detained.
Yeah, so he drew 3 pictures. One of them was sort of glorifying North Korea. I'll just summarize these really quick. One of them was sort of glorifying North Korea. Another one was sort of glorifying himself and showing him with a or showing a figure. I'm not going to say him, but showing a figure holding a bag of two fish and
Uh-huh.
a bottle of baby oil. And
So
the third
why
one
would
was
he be
just
drawing this in jail when he's already...
It's like, yeah, he's glorifying all these things. Dude, you're in jail, buddy. Pipe down, my guy. Like, what? I don't know, man. People like him are crazy. He's like, I don't know. Like, he's like drawing himself, drawing North Korea stuff. It's like, bro, you're in jail. You have nothing to do. You're still doing the shenanigans?
he's in a detention center waiting for a retrial, and he's doing this still?
Yep. So he's saying one thing in court, and then he's drawing other things.
Oh my gosh!
In his drawings, yeah.
And the new judges have access to this, right? They can see this, right?
Someone would need to submit it in order for that to happen.
Really? Okay. Wait, why would they? That's interesting. Then you have on the 20th of April, victim Kim submission for request of severe punishment.
That would be Bong Bong.
That's okay. So Bong Bong actually submitted a request for severe punishment on this retrial.
Yes.
And then on the 20th of April, the same day, Johnny submits a notice for appeal. Yes, and the prosecutor also appeals it the next day.
Right.
Interesting. And then now we're in May. And he lists the 3 drawings for sale for what, $7 each?
There's a website called Bunjong. It's a Korean website. It's similar to eBay. You can put items on auction or sale there. And these 3 drawings suddenly appeared there. And then what was it? 2 days later, they were removed by the website. And I have some inside information that it was for the North Korea picture, which potentially violates the National Security Act.
What do you even put on the picture, though? Kim Jong-un? It's like, holy dog. No one wants to go over to North Korea.
Again, why would you ever do this when you're already in detention during a retrial? Yeah, and you're saying
America might not be the best at this current moment, but I ain't gonna be in no damn camp. No, I ain't doing that. I ain't listening to North Korea propaganda. I ain't clapping every time he stands up. And if you stop clapping for the other guy, you disappear, and your brother and your sister and your whole bloodline does too. Nope, not doing that.
One thing in court, and you're clearly doing everything different with your actions. But okay, interesting. And then he has a 1-page letter leak, which is that where he was asking for books and so on?
Yes, that's where he was asking for books and talking about the stock market.
Okay, yeah, he wants to learn to trade stocks or something like that.
Yeah.
In jail? Have fun.
Interesting. Then you have Bungjong removes sales of 3 drawings. Okay, so they actually...
Like, this item.
I mean, my thing is... Okay, fine. Give him a book. Right? Read something. Right? Yeah, that's the only way you're going to be entertained for X amount of years. How long you got? I don't know how long you got, but...
Yes, the 5-page letter, which is all over the place. And this one is begging for screenshots of social media. And he wants to know what you're saying. He wants to know what Legal Mindset's saying. He wants to know what Twitter's saying. And he's just begging for screenshots. So that's how internet deprived he is.
Interesting. Then you have victim Cho, submission of request for severe punishment. Who is Cho?
We don't know.
I hope he's going to realize that, like, in about a year... And like this all calms down because he's gonna be in jail. All this might flare up every now and again, but no one's gonna care. No one's gonna care at all. He's gonna get out 3 years or X amount long. I don't know how long he got. So he's gonna get out in years or months. I don't know, and realize that no one cares about him.
This is an unknown victim, so this is somebody who's pissed and unhappy with the sentencing and wants a higher sentence.
Okay.
So this could be. Just, look at the list of crimes. It could be anybody. It could be 7-Eleven. It could be Lotte World.
Yeah. Interesting. It could be someone on the bus from the fish incident.
Yes.
There's exactly. Like a whole plethora of stuff. Then you have, then convict assignment of public defender. So he received a public defender. So I guess his original attorney requested for documents, but then withdrew. because I guess he wasn't getting paid anymore,
There,
most likely, or
that's normal for a lawyer to be curious about the
outcome.
verdict and sentencing. Yeah, the outcome.
Hmm.
Since this is a new trial, he did not need to officially withdraw, but they do have to
Right.
register a lawyer. So if he was continuing, he would re-register. But obviously he did not. So Johnny Somali was assigned a public defender.
Interesting. And then yeah, the first hearing was set for June 11th, which was today.
Right.
Um,
What did
then
he
on
get
the
it?
18th, 5-page letter leaks. Okay.
So that
Oh,
was the day it
okay.
leaked.
So that's the letter. That's when it leaked. Okay.
Yes. So these letters are obviously meant to leak. He's
Hmm.
basically begging for attention and making statements. He does express some remorse, but obviously it's very insincere.
Yeah.
He tries to make it sound like things are not so bad, that it's like a summer camp, but um, that's
So we're gonna look up how much he got. So I could be out the loop. I haven't watched MMA, but I just saw this. And it's like, oh, an update in jail. He's in jail. So how much time did he get? We're gonna see.
obviously not true.
Yeah.
He tries to make it sound express some remorse, but obviously it's very insincere.
Yeah.
He tries to make it sound like things are not so bad, that it's like a statements. He does express some remorse, but obviously it's very insincere.
Yeah.
He tries to make it sound like things are not so bad, that it's like a summer camp, but um, that's obviously not true.
Right. And then he
He said it's like
submits.
staying in a hotel except without a laptop and a phone.
Yeah. So what I got from Johnny Somali, I only got 6 months and 20 days, and by the South Korea court. Mm, wow. So he got 6 months for doing all this. I mean, I didn't expect him to get a lot, but I could care. But some are saying getting 6 months, 6 months into a prison with a hard labor by South Korea. I don't know if that's true. This one says prosecutors recommend Johnny receives 3 months in prison, plus with labor, plus 5 years on the ex-offender list. If you get what I'm saying, ex-offender registry. Okay. That so I don't know if that's just things like made up before, but he got 6 months.
That sounds pretty bad,
Right.
even if it's a
Um.
nice hotel, especially for him.
Yeah. But isn't it still like he's like stuck between four concrete walls, and he probably has like what,
Hmm.
like a little, like a, is it a tatami mat or whatever they're called that he sleeps on?
Yeah, if at all. There's a TV in the room.
Bro, 6 months ain't enough. He needs at least 3 years.
He can't really
Hit or
understand too
miss,
much of it.
and yeah, exactly. And you're gonna be after a while, you're just watching the same thing over and over again.
Right.
Limited number of channels, all Korean.
I mean, you learn Korean, you might. I understand that the only thing he might be able to do, learn a little bit of Korean while you're in there.
And then yeah, his other page leaked. And then okay, so yeah, in between there, he submitted what, one, two, three, four, five letters of reflection today.
He ain't reflecting on nothing.
We'll find out. Um.
All right, so it's good to see he got at least some prison time. I wasn't expecting much, but I mean, let me know what you think about in the comments below if he deserves 6 months or more. I would assume he did, but let's see. Yeah, I did kind of forget about him, but it's it's it is downright impressive how Johnny finds new and creative ways to make things worse for himself. Yes, yes. I forgot about him already. It's and probably the next 6 months you probably will again. Johnny, I did not do it for the money. Clips Johnny, why did you do it for the money? Yeah. It's like, yeah, once you record yourself doing stuff like that, you don't need to do it. You cooked your digital footprint. I won't spend a day in jail, bro. Johnny Somali, that's what he said. He got he got some months on him. Life's hard. It's harder when you're stupid, wise man. Yeah, especially if you're. He's not even stupid. He's an idiot. Like he doesn't care, especially if you're just brainless like him, just going through it. Yeah, Johnny is a poser boy for brain rot. A poster boy for brain rot. I don't know what he is. I hope they throw the book at him. He's a horrible person. 6 months isn't really the book, I guess, but yeah, I mean, it did throw a book at him, if you like to say. Alright, we're gonna wrap it up here. Let me know what you think about this one. This was a good video. Shout out to atozy for the video. Like the video. Um, yeah, dude, comment down below if you think he deserves more time. I don't know. I'll look back and see if there's anything coming up in the next week. If there's another update, we'll watch the video on this. But yeah, sub up over here. Hit the link for on all the social. Sub to atozy. He makes short videos. He keeps an update on a lot of like internet things. I'm sure you know who he is. He has 2 million subs. How do you not? But yeah, dude, I think he deserves a little more than 6 months though. I'm not the judge, but whatever.